Hey guys. Um it's me. So it's been I don't even know months since I've last put anything. Why is my eye red there? So I just wanted to say hi, and it's already like January 3rd or something or 2nd. I don't even know. But I just wanted to pop on. I stopped doing my exercise thing. It's been like a few months actually, and it's awful, and I hate that that happened. But okay, this is the thing, and I'm only gonna be talking about MS here, so I don't think this will be interesting to anybody else. But it's so frustrating because even though I've always preached that you shouldn't care what other people think. And I've always said that. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, whatever. I should actually take my own advice here. That's what I've learned recently because I don't really follow it. I do worry about what other people think. And since it's just like I don't even know how it happened. Like I was doing really good. I did like a solid, I think it was 6 months of exercising and it felt good. Not like crazy amounts, but more than what I was doing ever. Well, minus years ago, but my new normal. And like it feels good, and then one thing happens and then another thing happens, and then work gets busier, and then it becomes that stupid thing that I have to choose between having any energy for work and being able to be functional enough to do it without it being a huge issue, and then doing something when I get home that feels good. And then it just snowballs into like, no, I'd rather rest and sleep so that way I can be functional adult and do the things, because it's like with MS we're always forced to like, well, not everybody, but I'm sure most people watching this that have MS will understand what I'm talking about. You have to pick which thing uses your energy. And since work has gotten busier again, well, now it'll get slow, but basically like mid October through January is busy, and that's about the time that I stopped exercising. And I don't like it. It's just what it is. So then you're like, okay, well, what you got to do? Just that's okay. Just like start over. But I'm starting to get really irritated. Like this is just don't. I don't want people to like look into it and whatever. But that's true. And just always, get back on that horse. But it's always that it's starting to really, really annoy me. That's always what it is. Like back when I was having relapses all the time, it was that's okay. Like I'll deal with the relapse and the aftermath, and then it'll go away and I'll start to feel better, and then I'll start doing what I want to do. Then you have another relapse. You're like, "Oh, it's fine. Like I'll just deal with this one and figure out a new way of doing something because this one kind of hurt. Whatever. I'll get back on it." There's always next year. And then next year comes and you're like, okay, like now I can start focusing on the things that I actually want to do. And then you have a relapse. And then you're like, that's fine. Like, it's going to get better. And all of the feelings and the bad things that happen are going to go away. I'll get back on it. I'll get back to it. And then you have another relapse. And then you're like, that's fine. It's fine. I can do this. I am strong. I am strong. And then I never understood it when I was younger, back when relapses would bounce back and you feel better and you're like, oh, well, it went away, so what's the big deal? Well, now I'm at the point where any relapse I've had several times, the last couple ones, like 6 years ago, like thankfully I haven't had one in a long time, but the implication, you know, everything that happened, it didn't go away. Like, I can't feel my hands. I have spasticity in them. I'm starting to have issues with the walking thing, and I've talked about that. The the fatigue is just never ending, never changing. There's never anything I can do about it. And like, I know a lot of people say like, "Oh, well, exercise more, you'll have more energy." Like, it's just like that thing. It's just always like a wheel. You just keep it like, okay, yeah, I'll start exercising, and then life happens, and you're like, oh, do I exercise or do I rest? Because if I don't rest, I'm gonna feel like shit tomorrow. I'm not gonna be able to do what I have to do tomorrow, and I can't be a functional human and just do normal human things. You know what I mean? It's like this vicious cycle, and I know you guys totally know what I mean. It's just been that for a few months, and I can't. I've been sleeping like 13 hours the past few days, and I can't. And I have this weird feeling that something's about to happen, or it's just. I haven't felt this run down in a long time, and I don't usually feel great. So this is like, it's different, you know? And I just wanted to vent about it because you guys probably get it. I never used to. Back when I felt better, I didn't see the big deal with this MS thing. Um, I do. It's hard because I was thinking about it. I was watching a vlog and the girl, she got sick. She's like, "Oh, just I don't have any energy, but I'll do this to feel better." I'm like, that's what it's like. Like if you're trying to explain to somebody what it's like to just have fatigue all the time and then sometimes it get worse. It never gets better. But then everything else is just that's what it's like. It's like when you're sick and you don't have energy and you're like, "Oh, being sick sucks." That's how you feel all the time. And then like and that is reality, and that's okay. It's my reality, and I know it's a lot of other people's realities. But it gets tiring. And then having to explain that to people, and people don't understand it. And it's not their fault that they don't, because why would you understand something if you haven't gone through it? Duh. You know what I mean? And when there's so many things I wish I could be doing, there's not an easy answer to anything. Like, well, rest more. I've been resting. And I've been sleeping. And then I think people are just like, wow, you've been sleeping a lot. Like, maybe you should start exercising. I'm like, oh my god. I guess it's just weird because I think people assume that, like, you're lazy and you don't know the things that you should be doing. Like, yes, should I be exercising? Of course. Should I be overweight? No. Should I be have have more energy and be happy and be thankful for life? Of course. But you know what I mean? It gets harder to be like that when you have just every day you're just like, oh, I woke up. That's cool. And I'll eat something. I don't have energy to even like cook my own food. So I'm very lucky. But like all of these things that are normal for other people to do, like you wake up, you take a shower. I don't take showers in the morning, I take them at night. Because we all know with MS, what happens after you take a shower? You crash. You can't function after. I don't know why. Is it the heat? I know that extreme heat is a thing. But who wants to take a lukewarm shower in winter? It's January now. No. So, like, your whole rest of the day is ruined if you take a shower. So, okay, so you plan around it. And it's starting to really, really bother me. Especially because there's all these things that I want to be and I want to do. But, like, just can't. And it's frustrating. I just came on here because today I'm frustrated. You have good days and you have bad days. And I'm assuming everybody out there with MS, you guys, you get me. Just lately, I've been like that. That's all. And today is a nice loungy day. I have no energy. I could actually go right back to sleep. I slept like 13 hours. I feel like I could sleep more. I have Goomba here. He's been having some little troubles. He's been throwing up a lot lately, and he's lost some weight. they did his blood work. His blood work looks good, slightly elevated liver and kidney things, but they said nothing else is elevated, so it looks good. But he's been throwing up a lot. And then yesterday, he threw up again. Like, I thought I fixed him. He's been having like a very bland diet, and he does good. And then I tried to reintroduce regular cat food, and then he threw up again. But then the last few days he's been good, and then he threw up yesterday or the day before, and I noticed there was this huge chunk in his throw up. So, cat mom. I went and I picked it up, and it's a huge piece of like wound up plastic. Why? Because I have a freaking pica cat and he can't not eat plastic. I don't even know where he's getting plastic from, because I'm very, very aware of things that I leave out that he could chew on or swallow. I don't know where he gets it. It's impossible, and I hate that. But so he threw up. It was a big, big chunk. So I'm thinking it's possible that he's been throwing up because he's had that in him, and because it has to come out one way or another. Usually in his poop you'll find plastic, or this time he threw up. It's a big chunk. It wasn't just a little chunk. It was a big, big plastic. So, and then he started, as soon as he threw up, he started eating and drinking and cleaning himself and acting back to normal. So I'm like, okay, maybe that was a big issue. He had something kind of stuck, like an obstruction. So he's resting right now. He ate, he cleaned, and I'm just gonna hang out with him. And here's what I have to say. I have a bowl of pasta and sausage and sauce and some peppers, like fried peppers on it. And I'm just gonna eat this, and I want to like get out of my head and stop feeling like you take like 2 steps forward. And I love when I do the 2 steps forward. So I'm like, oh, yes, this is good. And then, I'm not joking, it doesn't feel like 3 steps backwards. It feels like 7. So I'm like, okay, I'll get back on that horse. Oh, I took 2 more steps. Yay, I'm getting closer to it now. And then 7 backwards again. You're never going to catch up. It never gets better. And I'm not trying to like complain, because I know a lot of people have a lot of hard things in their lives. But this one is starting to get to me. It's starting to really, really get to me. And it's probably just like stress also, because I've been very worried about Goomba. And I know he's older. He's going to be 15 in a few months. And I know he's older, but I worry about it. He's been a huge part of my life. And like, I will protect him. And so, yes, I'm worried about that. Working, it's hard. Like, the more I do, the less good I feel. Then my hands start giving me issues, and it's hard to decorate when your hands are numb. So that's a thing. And then it's hard to exercise when you have whatever it is going on with my left leg, or my left like ankle mainly, like the foot drop thing. And that's been more pronounced lately again. And like I swing out my foot to walk now. I'm doing that. I'm doing the thing that I never understood when they would talk about foot drop and MS. I'm like, oh, thank God I don't have that. And then I had a relapse a long time ago where foot drop started being a thing, but then it went away because my relapse got better. Well, now the relapses don't get better. So I'm stuck with it, and I know I could be in a wheelchair. I should be grateful. But I'm also getting really tired of having to say that I'm grateful because things could be worse. Why do I always have to be positive? I've been that for a very long time. It's starting to get to me. I am very strong, and I will persevere, and I know that. I guess I just want my day in the sun. I want something to go good. I want a doctor to figure something out. I want to lose weight, but it's very, very hard to exercise, and it's a whole thing. It's just like this vicious cycle, and it's starting to really irritate me. But I'm also very grateful for everything that I have. But you know what I mean? Do you guys know what I mean? Grateful, but also WTF. Cut it out. So I'm gonna sit here with my bowl of pasta and watch Firefly Lane. Why? Because it just feels like and it's really cold. I should have on 6 layers. Like my fiance, he always has layers on. And then, I don't make fun of him, but I think it's really cute. Because, like, he just legit has, like, 4 layers on at all times. And then I'm here with a hoodie on and a bra. And I'm like, I'm freezing. So probably if I could be more like my fiance and be like, I'm gonna wear 2 layers and I'll be warmer. Anyways, that's all I had to say. There's no rhyme or reason for this. It's just how I've been feeling. It's fine. It's fine. So hang in there, guys. If you guys are feeling overwhelmed or irritated or beat down by this whole MS thing, it's great. We love it, right? Just reach out. Let me know. This is just how I'm feeling today. And maybe tomorrow it'll be completely different. I have a vacation coming up. I'm going to spend some time with Manfriend, but I think I have to bring Goomba along because I want to watch him, make sure he's okay. And then Goomba has a sonogram coming up, and then I have my infusion coming up, and I am starting. Oh, maybe that's why I feel like this too. I noticed about a week before I'm due for my infusion, I start feeling like run down. Never quite like this. Like, this is intense, but maybe that's part of it. I don't know. Whatever. All right. Have a good one, guys. Thank you for listening. Whatever. I'll be back on maybe and be more cheery. Goodbye, guys.